All right, today we're here on our family property where most of the action happens for now. This is where we started everything, and the first thing that we bought was the sawmill. We bought the sawmill because we knew that we would be cutting or needing a bunch of lumber for many structures, and so just financially it made more sense to buy a sawmill and cut our own lumber and dry it ourselves. That also helps us control when we have lumber and how fast we can get it dried and ready to build, rather than building with green lumber that has not been dried. So this is our OS 27 Frontier sawmill, and we load logs on the sawmill and cut. We actually built this out of scrap metal to extend the sawmill length so that we could cut longer pieces of lumber. I think originally it cuts around 8 feet, but now we're able to cut longer than 8 feet by extending this with scrap lumber that we have.
Okay.
Eventually these overhead pieces will become an enclosed structure to protect the sawmill that we have.
Okay. If you had to rate the sawmill, what would you rate on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being the best.
I can't really say what I would rate it. 10 being the best because this is the only one that we've ever used.
Yeah.
But it is pretty efficient. I can say, like everyone else, the manual is horrible. Hopefully they will continue to update the manual. So it was a lot of trial and error. There were times that we actually had to call the company, but we managed to get it all working and together and figuring out how most of it works by just tinkering with it and getting information off of YouTube and other sources.
Okay.
And then the structure that is directly behind the sawmill is our kiln that we built. We used some information from the University of Virginia. They have some information online. We kind of went with those specs, and that allows us to build the kiln so that it's facing the sun majority of the day and allows us to dry our wood.
Okay. Is there any like recommended settings that you or temperatures?
If you go to the University of Virginia online, they have all the recommendations. It varies based off of where you live and the altitude and weather. That will actually change the angle that your kiln sits at. So it's a lot of kind of measurements and equations that go into that. But once you figure that out based off of where you live, then it's pretty simple. And then we just stack most of our wood in here. We have stickers. Those are the small pieces of wood in between, and that allows the air to flow through, and we dry it here. We did add insulation since the temperatures are getting cooler to allow for more heat to stay inside the kiln, and we're going to be adding some more plastic to make sure that air is not seeping through. This was actually built with mostly green lumber, but because it's a kiln and the sun's beating down on it, it's also drying at the same time that our lumber is drying. So it's pretty dry now. I think we started the kiln back in March and we are now in December. So right now we're just aiming to figure out how to get the kiln a little more efficient, a little more airtight, and be able to increase the temperature in the winter months. We do some days come out here and use this little wood burning stove, and that keeps it pretty warm on cold days, and we feed that while we're out here working on the sawmill and dropping lumber.
Okay.
One thing I wanted to mention about the kiln is that the kiln was built with all the lumber that we actually cut from our family land. So it was nothing that was bought. We dropped the trees, we cut the lumber on the sawmill, and then we built the kiln. So it was a fun project.
So we put a tin roof on that was reused. So, but we have one spot in here that I can't seal it. So we're gonna go up here with some flex seal, run it down that seam, and hopefully the commercial is true.
with a screen boat, the screen door boat.
Right. If it'll float a boat, then hopefully it'll keep water out right here. We're gonna do actually we're gonna do this pretty soon. We're gonna tear down this little area right here. See the little shack part? We're gonna completely tear that down. We'll put the chicken coop there. It'll just be the egg layers though.
Okay.
So, but we're gonna start those over here. Okay. We got most of the wood cut for that already, and then there's chicken wire on the other side, and we got tin for a top. So we got everything we need right here.
Does it matter how far away the chicken coop is? Like I want to put one at my house. Like, does it matter how far it is in the backyard, or?
You want it close to you. From the research we've done, you want to be able to get to it, especially if you got predators in there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know, if you can get out there real quick, make some noise or whatever the case may be.
Go make some noise, all right.
Some people have them right next to their house.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not my ministry.
Yeah.
I don't want to smell it as soon as I open it.
Right. Yeah. My granddad had one in his backyard. About, if you gonna put it right there, about the same distance away. Yeah. I remember him walking in there and picking up the eggs.
You gotta be doing it yourself.
Yeah, I was finna say it's crazy to think I'm finna be doing the same thing.
Hey, you gonna grab that? Yeah, see ya.
Record. Okay.
Hey, I actually need a broom because all of the acorns are up here.
This little right won't help.
There should be what other ladder on the upper side or in the back?
There's one on the wood pile right here.
All right. Wood pile. Which one? Okay, see one right here. Must be this one. Nothing but wood piles out here, man. Literally everywhere. Oh, there's one right there beside it. What's it called? I might get on that one. It looks a little taller than this one. Two over here. Get one of these. I'll set mine up on that corner. Put y'all down real quick. Okay, time to climb. Not a skater heights at all.
No.
Oh, not focused. Not really focused.
No, remember?
What's it called? Blackjack. Blackjack. Blackjack oak. Oh, this stuff's pretty thick.
Set yourself up for that one.
Yeah, I did. But when I get my get back, I don't want to hear.
Yeah, you the bad guy, you get your get back. Oh, okay, okay.
You set yourself up for that. Walk right into that.
Nice even coat you got there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad there's only one seam though. It's just a little process here. I don't think we'll ever use recycled roofing material again. Spend the money, get a new panel. Depending on what the structure is, though.
Right.
Okay. Let's slide down. The shop needs.
But what is the shop for then? We'll say it like that.
So the shop is basically, we do the woodworking stuff. So all of our woodworking tools are in here, but we're gonna base the first few tiny houses that we do, we'll build out of here. Every woodworking tool you can think of, we have. So we had to have somewhere to house it while we're getting organized. So we used the sawmill and cut down a couple of trees and made this bad boy.
Okay.
Now, Boone had 10 laying around, so we used it for a roof.
And windows.
Yeah, the windows too. So we just made those work. There's very few dollars in this building. Very few.
If you had to get a ballpark, what'd you think?
Even with electrical, we're under 500.
Wow.
Well under 500.
I was gonna say lower than that.
Yeah. Because we bought a couple of bags of cement for the foundation. Well, no, with the breaker and power box. Yeah, we may be around like 250 actually.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, around 250.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because a lot of the outlets and stuff, they came from like Restore.
Yeah, I would go to Habitat, Restore, and just, even before we started building this, and just load up on light switches and sockets.
Oh yeah, we have a million.
And so we have abundance. And same thing with like sinks. We have several sinks that I bought for like $25, $20, brand new sink that I got from Restore.
Yeah.
So we didn't spend a lot of money in the structures.
And it's probably cheaper for the kiln, huh?
No, the panels on the top are a little expensive.
Oh, okay.
But that's the biggest. And then we put what's that, 2 bats insulation? Or was it one?
One battery.
But that's it. Yeah, those panels can be a little expensive.
Okay.
But I think they're right. 14 a piece, 15 a piece, something like that.
So,
But we did recycle a few of those too, of our old greenhouse.
Got our old property, took those off and brought them up
we
here.
took those off.
And so we didn't have to buy very many panels.
Yeah.
okay.
Always you reuse as much as you can. Always. Save the money. All right, so we're gonna see what's left in the field.
The task off the list.
Yeah, we can knock that one out. We'll see. We'll keep pulling roots. We need to show everybody what we're doing on the road up here too. So, since the mill and the kiln and where we store all the wood is straight down back through that way, we're gonna have a road that comes straight from the road down through here. Yes, sir.
Did we leave that red funnel on your truck?
All the way around.
I ain't seen the big one.
Behind the shed.
I only had those
Back to the
funnels.
house of
And they
operations.
still be down there in the open shed.
Okay. I was looking for it now. I didn't know where it was.